What is up, Piss Flaps? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for it. This time it's in Major League Baseball for Friday, April the 16th. Games will be played between the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. Going for the Mariners is Yusei Kikuchi, and for the Astros is Jose Urquidy. Betting spread, Houston minus 111, total 8. It was nice to grab another win with these solo vids land in the first 5 under 4 runs. White Sox Cleveland from a few days back, sweat 3. The 3-0 Turkey, which was before that game, now becomes a 4-bagger. So much cooler. So starting these videos 4-0, and now we go for 5 in a row to start the year. And the Halo folks from back in the day would call this a killing spree. So much pressure. I haven't slept in days planning this video. I kid. I win these games, and the comment section's a complete ghost town. Once I lose, the shithead trolls will in fact resurface. Speaking of the comment section, I had someone comment on my last video saying that all I do is talk about cock on these videos. I didn't delete the comment. YouTube did. I actually prefer that type of verbiage in the comments myself, and prefer it if possible. And hey, look, what's wrong with talking about cock and balls? Would you prefer I talk like politics or my thoughts on sites like Ashley Madison? Well, it might not be in this video. There will always be talk on genitalia, pants shitting, Vaseline, anal beads, and who knows, maybe even like spark plugs. Without further ado, though, let's just dive right into this play. BetMGM in New Jersey has a first 5 of 4.5 lined for this game. I really like this under at minus 120. I also like the full game under at 8, minus 110, but certainly prefer the first 5, and that'll be the play from this video. Both teams should have their pens at near full strength, so again, full game for me would be okay at 8. But I do like the first 5 much more. Astros are dealing with some injuries in their bullpen, and the Mariners' pen is just awful. So I'd much prefer the first 5. So let's talk through it. It's no longer new news that all these big bats are gone from Houston's lineup, at least temporarily. A team that was once a scary team, especially versus left-handers or left-handed pitching, won't really be all that bad for the next few days or so, at least. No Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez, Maldonado, and backup Swiss Army knife Robel Garcia. It's a bit of a catch-22, though, coming into this game, because technically, any one of these 5 guys can be reinstated at any time, but it would be tough to imagine any of them play in this series against Seattle, the short series. Crazier things, though, have happened in these wild times we are in. I'm not a player-by-player guy. I've mentioned this quite a bit on a few of these vids, but when you lose arguably your 3 best bats and you're a top team in baseball, it matters. You can only replace so much, right, especially in a short time span. I'd expect a similar lineup from the Astros that they had on Wednesday. I know they're drawing a lefty here, so maybe you see a few other arms like Stubbs in the lineup, but some decent pop in the middle of the order, but black holes at the top and certainly at the bottom. They'll draw Yusei Kikuchi here, who's shown tremendous improvements this season early on. I'd argue got quite unlucky last year, posting a sub-5 ERA, because his advanced stuff had landed him in the low 3s through 2 games. He's in the 3s thus far at a surface level, 3.75, but a bit worse with his advanced metrics. But look, can you really blame him? I mean, he goes against the lefty-mashing Giants and lefty-mashing Twins. Twins are much better versus lefties than the Giants, but the Giants are a tough out for any left-handed pitcher. Just look at their numbers from last year. They're really good versus them. Kikuchi's fastball is live at an average of 95 miles an hour and mixes in about 3 other pitches as well. This is much better than when he started his career in the majors with fastball around 92 mph. What's plagued him this year, though, has been the home run ball, giving up 3 in this young season in 2 games. But he's going to be home at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, a beautiful stadium right in the heart of the city. I was fortunate enough to watch King Felix pitch one of his last home games there a few years back, right behind home plate. Yeah, some will call that a humble brag, dipshits. Well, this is much more of a pitcher's park, and one of the most friendliest parks in all of the AL for pitchers. Coming from the left side of the hill, who does he really fear in this lineup? Like maybe Correa and Gurriel. But that's really it. I mean, the other potent bats come from the left side, and the rest are all call-ups until the starters come back. If Kikuchi can control the home run ball against this new non-threatening Houston Astros lineup, he should be able to eat up innings here. I mean, Michael Fulmer got his first win in 3 years against this lineup. Now, moving over to Urquidy, he's been quite unlucky early on to start, and much can be attributed to his very low left-on base percentage at 60% through 2 starts. By the way, this number is often going to average in the high 70s for good starters, and even like average starters will be 70 or low 70s. 60 is just abysmal. That'll even out. Also has egregiously high batting average on balls in play numbers despite an average line drive rate, so that doesn't really make sense either. He's played Oakland twice and now sees this inferior Seattle lineup. Seattle comes into here ice cold from the plate. after a Baltimore series where they saw a lot of below average arms and did next to nothing against them. It's another team with quite a big black hole at the bottom of their lineup with outs filled all over it, specifically again 6, 7, 8, 9 for this lineup. They may rank in the top 20 hitting wise, Seattle, but they haven't really seen good pitching at all this year. I mean, I know they just played Baltimore a bunch of games. And look, I get it. Urquidy isn't elite by any means, but certainly a better arm than they've been seeing. And Seattle coming back home could spark some life in this offense. But look, I'll take my chances on Urquidy to keep the bets relatively quiet. Overall, I don't think the books have adjusted enough yet to these Astros players being out. Seeing this line as a pick'em makes you have to assume these players will be out again. But this lineup has little that really scares you, right? I mean, Seattle's another team without much threat, and this is two decent arms in a pitcher's ballpark. Under normal circumstances, I would expect this line, if Houston's team was full, to be about 8.5 and Houston a minus 175 favorite. I do think the books have taken into account enough with the odds making this game a pick'em. I don't think they've taken enough into account with the runs. Posting this up at 8, this probably should have been opened at 7.5, and I'm surprised it is 8, but it is what it is, and this is why it's favorable. Because I have the sub half run off, it impacts the first 5 number, which posts the 4.5, thus makes it favorable. So again, Mariners, Astros, under first 5, 4.5, minus 120. Got this bet MGM in New Jersey. Okay, want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts, more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, or hope a meteor hits your house, as always, drop comments below with your thoughts on the vid and let me know who you're betting tomorrow. Or today, depending on the time you're watching this video. Don't be shy, folks. You know I always get back to you, unless YouTube deletes your comments. LOL. All right, so we'll have content all week on here, as I'll be going live on Saturday, and I'll be going live again on Sunday with Joey and Holden, all talking bases. Jason is going to be going live with our members, and we'll be in Discord all weekend long, giving out plays. So be sure to check us out, runpurebets.com. Use code BETS25 off for 25% off, and you can get all our content for just $45 for the entire month. Yes, $45 for everything, all sports, all content, all picks. Or don't go to the site and you can eat my ass instead. Thanks again for watching, folks. Be sure to gamble responsibly and stay safe.